Ooh, I meant to write notes for this. I forgot. Well, I meant to transfer my notes. Damn, I just remembered as soon as I hit the start button. But we're going to speak from the heart. We're going to let the ancestors and spirit flow through me as I do this. But hey, y'all, it's me again. I'm back with another video. Topic discussion slash rant style video. And we're going to be talking about, oh, I forgot. It's Mellow, bitch. The fuck? AKA Aphrodite Jones. And we're going to be talking about, how do I want to phrase this topic? Let me think. What's the real reason black men aren't comfortable with expressing their feelings? Ooh, this is gonna get balls deep. This is gonna get balls deep. And it's like I was just talking to a black man about this. Was it like last week or so? We had this conversation. I was just talking to a black man about this, and he was expressing how all his life it's been hard to be expressive of emotions, and how boys are told, not to cry, not to have emotions when they're little boys. And how he's always just held shit in. Yeah. I'm not gonna get too much into the our personal conversation or even our personal relationship, but I will say that this black man in particular, I do love this black man with my whole heart. But I will say it has been difficult loving a man who has emotionally suppressed all his feelings for his entire life. And to see this black man try to work through that, it has been difficult as a black woman trying to support him or any other black man that I know, honestly. Because, this not the only person that I've either have emotionally supported, is emotionally supporting, or will emotionally support in the future. And when I say emotional, I'm platonic and romantic. Family, friends, romantic partners. But like I said, I will admit, and I'm just saying that to really validate for other black women that it's okay for us to verbalize and say how exhausting it can be for us to emotionally support black men who are not emotionally attached, emotionally available, emotionally intelligent. It's not easy. It's exhausting. It is hard. It's not a fucking cakewalk. I don't know what else to say other than it's hard. It's a very complex thing to try to maneuver through, regardless of who that black man is in your life that you feel like I have to emotionally support. I ain't gonna say have to, because it's not our responsibility, to be honest. But just because it's not our responsibility, that don't mean we don't voluntarily be like, I emotionally support you. Like, I'm making light of the situation, but it's like the reality of it is like that shit is really heavy. So yeah, like I said, we was talking about that. And honestly, I had came up with this topic video. I had already wrote my bullet points down before him and I had this conversation. And for me, it was like spirit way of validating and confirming all the information I gathered, all the hypotheticals, all the 444s I said that, all the logic behind it, all that shit. Like, he just came back to validate and confirm what I was already thinking. Because obviously I'm not a black man, so I would need a black man to further confirm hey, is this how y'all feel? Because I don't want to just go based off assumption and what I think a black man feels, even though I study y'all. I mean, y'all fucking counterparts, so I gotta study y'all. I gotta see what's up with y'all. I gotta see what type of shit y'all on. And I'm not a shallow person at all. I'm not surface level, so it's like with me studying y'all, yes, I'm diving deep. I'm getting deep down to what's all up in here, like fuck the outer shallow surface level shit. Fuck all that. Like we balls deep, underneath the skin, in the nitty gritty, in the mud. How you feel? What you go through? What you been through? You know what I'm saying? What's on your mind? God damn it! Like I'm all in there. I'm all in there, for real. And it's like any man that knows me can confirm that shit. Whether we was in a relationship or whether we was friends, they gonna tell you. I about to say my government. Insert government. They gonna tell you, insert government. Yes, like she really like was on my ass about emotions and feelings, and she would make me talk about how I felt and shit, and she would really make me think. Yes, yes, very much so, very much so, because whether I like it or not, a part of my purpose and mission on being on this here planet is to assist people in healing and to bring awareness and consciousness to things like emotions and feelings, helping shifting perspectives. So you not gonna be in my presence and not think I'm not gonna help you heal and see your fucking shadow and work through your shadow. You not gonna be around me and think that shit not gonna happen. And it's like I ain't after this. I ain't after this. I ain't doing it on purpose. It's literally just who I am. It's a part of why I'm here. It's a part of why people are brought into my life. It's a part of why I'm brought. Wait, what I say? It's a part of why people brought into my life. It's a part of the reason why I just walk into people's life. It's just the way it go. I'm a high priestess. I am here to trigger you. And not trigger you in a bad way. I mean, triggering ain't really like just totally positive. But it's like I am here to trigger you. I'm here to bring up the wounds to the surface. I'm here to show you what needs to be worked on and healed. Take that up with God. You feel me? Take that up with God, okay? Cause shit, I'm just here doing the Lord's work, okay? But back to what the fuck we was talking about. Okay, so yeah. So yeah. So, like I said, he said that in his childhood, him and many other men were told not to cry, not to show emotion, because some way, somehow, not showing emotion equates you on being strong and being a man. There was a lie that was the most dangerous lie that could have been ingrained in little black boys. The most dangerous one. One of the most dangerous one. To not show emotions and to not cry is a sign of strength. That's not true. To not show emotions is literally the sign of a psychopath, of a sociopath. And I'ma just say that how some sociopaths are created and psychopaths. But that's not the topic of the video. But it's just like since I said that, it was right there. I had to acknowledge that, like. And then you have that. So but it's not true. It never was true. For some reason, crying and showing emotion was equated to being a little girl. Either you're a man or you're a little girl. And it's like you're telling little boys this. Babies. They're still babies. And it's like, I can't even say it was like a man or a woman, a dad or a mother thing that would be like this, because I've heard and seen both mother and daughter, both not mother and daughter, goddamn. Mother and father, both women and men, be like, don't baby him. He's a boy. Like, it's like, I just want y'all to know. 10 as I said this shit, so there's just confirmation on how fucking ignorant that shit is. What the fuck are you saying? Are you listening to yourself? Don't baby a baby? Don't baby a motherfucking baby because he's a boy. And then motherfuckers wonder why they created rapists, serial killers, abusers. Because you ain't love them. Because you felt like it was more necessary to try to make a strong man out of this baby than to love them, to nurture them, to develop them. It always starts at home. Always. Always starts at home. A lot of these niggas walk around with mommy issues. Growing up not feeling loved, not feeling nurtured, not feeling cared for by their mama. And that's why they hate women. That's why they abuse women. That's why they don't respect women. But you know what the sad thing about it is that the cycle continues. Because I'm seeing that come back to me on what I want to call that. We're going to call it an atrocity right now. That atrocity, that whole don't baby boys because they need to grow up and be strong men. They need to notice how the world work. That whole sick ideology is the reason why a lot of men are fucked up. And I'm talking about emotionally, mentally fucked up. Fucked up. I mean, niggas have daddy issues too, but it's like I'm realizing that a lot of these issues are rooted from the lack of love that they receive from their mom. That's the reason why they fucking hate women. It goes back to their fucking mama. Always. 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 I promise. And it's like, I don't just say these things from my fucking hell. I don't just pull this shit out of my fucking ass. Like, a lot of times when I say some shit, it be shit around to confirm, to give you hardcore proof fucking evidence. All you gotta do is look around, open your fucking eyes. Because a lot of times I'm just saying shit off observation. Meaning, I see shit, and then I constantly see the same shit, and then I gather this data of how many times I've witnessed the same ass shit. Whether it's from experience, personal experience, whether it's from experience, whether I witnessed somebody that I know go through it, or somebody that I know tell me go through it, whether I witnessed it through social media, through seeing and hearing other people say and do the same shit. It's fucking observation data. That's all the fuck it is. For example, like I said, y'all know I only tell my business when it's a little useful, and I only tell this much of my business. So don't think you fucking know me, okay? That's all I'm saying. But like I said, just to tell a little bit of my business. I grew up with a single mother. My dad was not in the picture. But as I got older, I understood more why it was so fucking hard for him to get his shit together and be a father to all these children that you have. It clicked once I learned more about his story and who he was and how he grew up, and the effect that his mother had on him as a child, how she had resentment towards his father, allegedly. Me just really just putting two and two together, connecting the dots, assuming. I mean, I guess you can call it an assumption. But how she viewed his father The resentment that she had caused her not to show up as a mother. In return, you created a man who does not and would not show up as a father because of who you were, because of your internal conflict. That is a product that you made. He took after you as far as the characteristics of being absent, inconsistent, dishonest, unloyal. You created a problem because you were the problem. Therefore, now you have a man that don't respect women. So what does he do? He go get a plethora of women pregnant. He cheat on them. He lies to them. He's deceitful. The cycle continues. It always starts at home. It always starts at home. So it's like the parents gotta know how fucking vital. Okay. What the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, not baby and babies. That shit. I was gonna say make it make sense, but it's like it's no way you can make it make sense. So I really don't want nobody trying to attempt to, because I don't want to hear this shit. Like, you can't make it make sense. You can't fucking tell me that a child, a baby, just because he is born male, that he deserves to be less nurtured and less loved just because of his genitalia. How does that fucking make sense? I heard the words that came out of my mouth, and that shit sounded stupid to me. It sounded dumb. And that's exactly how y'all fucking sound to me when y'all be like, to the mamas, y'all gotta stop babying these boys. What the fuck? I heard some shit like a long time ago. I don't even remember who the fuck said this. But it was basically, whatever was said basically resembled this. It basically resembled this. Like, y'all tell people that y'all give y'all children tough love because of how the world gonna treat them, and the world ain't nice, and the world ain't gonna treat you like this. Instead of trying to be hard on them, you should be their sanctuary for love. You should be where they go to for protection, because the world is like this. Because the world is already like this, you should be the one place that they go and feel safe. So what sense does it make for you to try to prepare? It's not so. Oh, okay. I ain't gonna get to that. But it's like, it's you being unloving to your child is not preparing them for a world other than letting them know that this is what I have to expect from people, for people to be unloving towards me. That's fucked up. That's a fucked up way that's a fucked up way to view the world, to already have this impression on you, left on you by your parents. That's fucked up. Like I said, you should be your child's sanctuary. You should be their peace, their comfort, their security. They should know you can come to me for love and nurturing, not to be a fucking asshole, because that's how the world gonna treat you. And it's like, y'all really be saying some really dumb, outdated ass shit to justify this shit. This bullshit. It's bullshit. I don't even know what else to say. It's bullshit. Y'all be, like I said, outdated, because this some shit y'all done heard y'all mammy say, and y'all granddaddy say, and your great grandmama say, and y'all keeping that dumb shit going because y'all feel like just because it came from their mouth that the shit was right. No. Older don't equal right. God damn it. No. Just because you fucking heard them say that shit does not mean that you should continue to move throughout your life and throughout your family like that. No. Love your little boys, because if you don't, you create fucked up men. You create abusive men. Child. Why don't men speak about their feelings? I want to hit on men silencing other men. Because, yes, we could talk about black women and blah blah this and that, but nobody ever talks about how black men are also the problem on why other black men don't open up about how they feel. Because black men shut down other black men. Black men say a lot of emotionally invalidating stuff all the fucking time when nobody asks them for that shit. Nobody asked you for that shit. Nobody asked you for the fucking opinion. But niggas will randomly say emotionally invalidating shit all the fucking time that'll make you feel like, as a man, that you are less of a man just because you thought that way or you felt that way, or just because you wanted to speak how you felt on some shit. They make you think that you a bitch, you a pussy, you a woman, you this and you that. Black men do that shit to other black men. Black men silence other black men all the fucking time. Another personal conversation that I had with an old friend a couple years ago. We was talking, I don't even remember exactly what the fuck we was talking about, but it was specifically this part of the conversation that stuck with me. And I think he was telling me about like some homeboys, some situation, or a situation or whatever. And I was telling him from me listening and from me just being on the outside looking in, it sounded like homeboy number one was just fucking jealous of homeboy number two. It is what it is. And I remember how I was saying, like, niggas be jealous of niggas all the fucking time. And men just so they envy and they jealousy towards men a different way than women do. Women are more emotional about it. They have to say other things to bring down another woman, to try to what the fuck I was about to say? I don't know. Tear down her character, diminish her, talk about her looks and her this and her that. But niggas, they just different. They just show how they are jealous of other men a different way. You really gotta pay attention. You gotta catch the shit that they say and they do. You know what I'm saying? And I was saying how it's okay. Like, it's not okay to be jealous, but it's just like it's okay to be jealous because, believe it or not, jealousy is a natural human trait. But once you are aware of the jealousy and once you take accountability and once you get down to the root on why you feel jealousy towards this person or towards this situation, that's when you can start healing yourself so that you can banish and detach from the emotion or the feeling of jealousy. But a lot of people are not willing to do that shadow work to even try to see why the fuck they jealous. They just move off jealous tendencies, thinking that it's gonna get them somewhere in life. No. Anyways. So I was saying, like, how it's okay, like, they jealous because at least that feeling of jealousy towards him can be reflection to him. This is what I need to work on. This is what I need to be doing for myself since not me, but since you're feeling jealous towards this person. This is what I need to be working on or trying to focus on in my life. Whatever it is, whether he was jealous of the nigga because of the opportunities that was coming, okay. Since you are jealous of this person's opportunities, ask yourself, what is it that I could do for myself to better myself? How can I focus more in on me so that I can attract these opportunities to myself instead of being fucking jealous of the next nigga? I was telling him how it was okay. Long as you get some type of awareness, you get clarity on why you're jealous, then you can start moving through that shit and try to heal from that and detach from the emotion jealousy. Clear that shit out your system, out your aura, out your orbit. I was telling him how it was natural. But a lot of niggas, he said that was real and that a lot of niggas can't even process jealousy. They can't be honest. They can't go to their nigga and be like, yo, I'm jealous of this nigga. And I was like, you're right. And that's fucked up. But 9 times out of 10, like, I ain't never heard no woman, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never heard no woman, no girl in the years of me befriending women, I ain't never heard a woman verbally say that they were jealous of somebody, of another woman, of a situation. Unless it was like jokingly said, but even then it's like, it always be a little truth to jokes. But it was interesting that he said that. Like, he was like, that's fast. And like, niggas not gonna ever be like, I'm jealous of this nigga. And I'm like, that's true. And that just like further confirms how like niggas will just walk around with these suppressed ass emotions. That's how a lot of niggas explode. They go overboard. They do these crazy, obscene ass things, behavior, that start acting out and shit. Because all that built up emotion and pain and trauma that was unacknowledged, that was not addressed, they don't know how to deal with this shit no more, so they lash the fuck out. That's why speaking about what you feel and the things that you've been through are so vital. It's so vital. So vital, motherfucker. Like, I'm not even lying. Like, I'm not fucking playing. Like, because of the danger behind that shit. I feel like we've all been a witness to that, whether it was from personal experience or whether we just heard or seen it on TV, YouTube, whatever. But we've heard and seen cases where a man has lashed out, he has lost his shit, he has hurt somebody, killed, unalived somebody, and they say the reason, or a lot of times they ain't even gotta say no fucking reason. Because 9 times out of 10, it had something to do with internal conflict that he was not able to work through, move through, acknowledge, any of that shit. And whatever he was doing to cope with that, whatever his coping mechanism was, it expired. It had his fucking time. It was not working for him anymore. He had to find something new to help with that rage that he was feeling. And he lost his shit. That's a sad ass reality that we've seen and we've accepted as normal. And it's not motherfucking normal. I ain't accepting shit like that. And that's why I be telling niggas, you ain't about to be around me and think you about to suppress shit. You ain't about to be around me and lie about shit. Lie about how you feeling, about what you think, nothing like that. Luckily, I'm an empath, and I be kind of reading folks' minds sometime on accident. So it's like, a lot of times I be knowing niggas be lying, and what they say don't really match on how they fucking feel. But it's like, a lot of people can't do that, not gonna do that. I don't want to do that. Like, literally, like, really, this the same man I was talking about earlier. The man that I had the first conversation with. This person was dependent on my ability to tap into people's emotions and their thoughts. He was relying on that. So instead of him expressing how he felt, instead of him continuing to work through his shadow self and be vocal about how he felt, he would make me rely on my ability to know how people feel. And it was like I was forced to tap into this shit to even get out of him what his real emotions was. And it's like, I had to tell him, like, even though I understand and I empathize and I sympathize with you as my counterpart, as a black man who have gone through our life and been told that, no, you don't have feelings. No, you shouldn't feel anything. No, you shouldn't cry. I empathize with you on this shit. And I understand how hard it is for you to express how you feel. But that does not give you the right to force me to tap into my intuition to know how the fuck you feel when you can open your mouth and tell me. When you can write that shit down on a sticky note. When you can text me. When you can say, I'm not able to articulate how I feel right now. When you can at least give me that instead of making me read your motherfucking mind. No, I don't like that. That's emotional abuse. And that's what the fuck I mean. How the cycle continues. How you raise your children matters. The things that you say matter. The thing, it matters. Oh my gosh. It's like my shadow self is getting frustrated that we even gotta say this. But it's like it gotta be said because it's been happening and it's still happening. So it's like we gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. That is like one of my main reasons on always suggesting therapy to black men specifically. I don't do it. It's like, oh, therapy is gonna fix all your fucking problems overnight, and you just gonna no. That's not what I mean when I push therapy. I push therapy because I said this in my last video. If I can change, if I know what I've been through and who I was 5 years ago, 3 years ago, last year, if I know where I came from and how I dug out the motherfucking mud to even become this woman that I am right now in this moment, don't nobody know but me and God. But for me to know who I used to be and for me to know who I am now and to still learn the woman that I'm becoming, I know for a fact any fucking body can change if they chose to. It's a choice. It's a choice. It's a choice. It's a choice. A lot of that choice of me changing who I was, the way I thought, the way I showed up for myself, for the people around me, for the world in general, the things I would do and say, the activities I would partake in, for me to change and just maneuver through life differently and for me to rework myself, reprogram my mind, for me to do all the shit that I've done over the last few years. That's why I recommend men going to therapy, because it's like therapy gives you that moment, one, to be seen. A lot of black men struggle for being seen for exactly who they are in their present moment. Being heard, men struggling with expressing their emotions because they was told to shut the fuck up as a kid. If you can have a moment to just full on just release and just let go and just say all the shit you ever wanted to say, that changes you as a person. And it does at some point take on a positive effect. It does help you. It does benefit you. Therapists are not there to change anything. They're not there to fix anything. It's really not even them doing the work. It's you doing the work. They're just guiding you in a sense. And it's like when I think about my personal therapist experience, it's not even guided. It was like literally for me, my perspective of therapy is you sitting there and you talking and you being honest, and the shit that you ain't never said to nobody else, the shit that you've only thought to yourself, the shit that you was too scared to even say outside of your own fucking mind, all the things that hurt you, all the people that hurt you, all the times you hurt your fucking self, all the shit that needs to be brought to surface for you, all that shit. It's just you speaking and spilling and letting go, and you have somebody to listen to you. Now, they will listen to you and they will bring things into your vision, into your perspective. They will ask you questions to help you further think on an answer, to help you see something in a different way. They help you change your perspective on life and how you view things, especially when it comes to victim mentality, because a lot of us are victims of situations, but that does not mean that just because were or are victims that we have to live in the victim mentality. So the therapists, they're not there to fix your life. You are there to work through your shit, all of your shits. You are there to work through your shit. Is you doing the work. The therapist is there to listen to you, and they're there to give you insight. But when you think about it, when I think about it, you are the one doing the work. You're doing the shadow work, and they are assisting and guiding you. Yes. And it's like, black men, don't you want somebody to just listen to you? Without judgment, without biasness. This isn't somebody in your family that's gonna try to shut you up, try to invalidate you, try to tell you, well, no, I don't remember it happening like that. This is not one of your homeboys. This is not your girlfriend. This is not one of your homegirls. This is just a person who is there to listen to you. Don't you want to be heard? Don't you want to be seen for who you truly are? Isn't it some things that's weighing heavy on your soul that you want to release, that you need to release, that you know is blocking you from becoming the man that you need to be, the father you need to be, the son that you need to be, the uncle, the brother? Have your soul not been crying and screaming for years? Have that little boy inside of you not been asking for help? Has he not been looking out for somebody to love him? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's like, black men, I want to love y'all. I do love y'all. But it's like, I'm at the point where I can only meet you as far as you met yourself, and I can only love you as much as you love yourself. And the unfortunate and brutal honesty about it is, a lot of black men do not love themselves because they don't know how to. Not to say that, I mean, a lot of black women don't love themselves either because they don't know how to, but we're talking about black men right now. But it's like, I no longer can put myself on the line. I can no longer be at the forefront of the protest for black men if the collective of black men are not there doing it for themselves. If they're not there even trying to show up for themselves. It's like, yes, we will acknowledge the fact that y'all have been through a lot and that y'all go through a lot and that y'all were told to not have emotions and to not cry because you was a bitch. Acknowledging it, yes. Yes, they do fall back on your parents, on the people who were responsible for you. Yes, very much so. But right now, at this time, it's your responsibility. It's your responsibility to work through. It's nobody else's responsibility to heal you. And with that being said, stop looking for women to be your mama so she can come in and heal you. Stop looking for the love that your mama didn't give you out of these women. And look within. Look within. It's within you. It's in you, not on you, for fucking real. I promise. Yeah, so I got like bullet points in my head because the bullet points I had wrote was on my phone, but I'm on that bitch. And I forgot to transfer them to the handy dandy notebook. Yeah, black men silence other black men. Okay, so we're gonna get on black women, women in general, I guess, but you know, I'm black, so I can only speak from a black perspective. Black women, when we say, why don't you talk about your feelings? Why don't you tell me how you feel? When we say that, and when they actually start to speak on how they feel, we gotta listen to them. Even if we don't like it. Even if what they originally say is out of anger and hurt, because I do tend to see that a lot when we constantly ask a man, speak how you feel. Tell me how you feel. Tell me how you feel. And then he's like, okay then. And he loses his shit and he say very hurtful things, but he's speaking out of pain and maybe not out of, I don't know, just speaking out of pain in that moment. Even then, we got to listen, because they are speaking how they feel. Even if it was pressured to the point where they just word vomited, we have to listen. And we have to listen. Now, is it your responsibility to try to decipher what they say? No. But is it suggested? Yes. Especially if you already know what's up. You already know you dealing with a emotionally unavailable man. If you know why he's blah 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 blah. If you already know why he emotionally unavailable due to his childhood, his past relationships, whatever the case may be. If you already know that, even when he spilled the shit, you have to not take it personal. Extend grace, extend compassion, because as women, we be wanting it too. When we just have our mood swings and we word vomit and we kind of go off the deep end, we lose our shit because maybe we've been suppressing how we feel. And it was our responsibility to voice how we felt in a more calm, emotionally intelligent way, but we don't. And then we fucking get overwhelmed and we word vomit and start cursing and going off. It's like we be wanting grace and shit. We be wanting to come back like, I'm sorry. Like, we be wanting the same shit. So it's like, I mean, we kind of have to extend them the same grace to a certain extent now. I ain't saying every man in every fucking situation, no. Use discernment. Use discernment. Use discernment. Use discernment. Please, ladies, please. Because every situation ain't worth all that shit. Like, but I'm talking about somebody that you love, and I ain't even gonna get into all that. I'm gonna get back to what I was saying though. Yes, we have to listen to them, even if we don't want to hear them. Because as women, we tend to be like, oh, tell me how you feel. And then when they say how they feel, we don't want to listen because it's not something that we want to hear. It's not what we expected. We can't control them. We can't control their mouth. So it's like, even if you don't like it, you still kind of got to have to hear them out. Because 9 times out of 10, you probably said plenty of shit that the nigga don't want to hear. Regardless of who this man is to you. Boyfriend, brother, dad, granddad, regardless of who, son. You know you didn't say some shit that they ain't want to hear, that they ain't like, they ain't have no desire to hear it come out of your fucking mouth. So it's like, when men finally do speak how they feel, we do have to listen to them. But also, me personally, at times I've tried to, nine times out of 10, the woman, 9 times out of 10, not all the time, 9 times out of 10, the woman may be a little bit more emotionally advanced than the man in the situation. So at times, we do feel the need to, or we do see where we could help guide them through their feelings and help them articulate whatever they feeling, help them articulate and verbalize that. Because what I have noticed, when a man is used to not saying nothing and then he's pressured into finally speaking on his emotions and he opens up, a lot of times the first time they actually get to speaking, bitch, if you don't turn, speaking on how they feel, they say things that might not truly be in total alignment with how they feel, if that makes sense. or maybe they didn't mean it in that way. Maybe they wasn't trying to be that harsh. But when somebody's being pressured to speak, especially about being vulnerable, they being pressured to be vulnerable and speak on the shit that they've been keeping in, they do make people, you know what I'm saying, get a little aggressive and abrupt, and they might say some shit that they don't mean, or they really didn't mean to say it like that. So that's why I was saying, like, I could understand where we, you know what I'm saying, sometimes see fit to try to help them navigate through their. Yeah, I know I got dyslexia, right? Don't be fucking judging me, okay, bitch? But like I was saying, help them navigate through their emotions and help them articulate their emotions, help them put into words how they are feeling in a healthy way. Yeah. Because like I said, sometimes niggas will say stuff and then they'll come back and be like, you know what, I didn't mean that, or I didn't mean it in that way. But I was kind of in the heat in the moment and it kind of just came out that way. So like I said, we gotta listen to them, we gotta hear what they saying. And sometimes we do have to help them navigate through their emotions. Help them put their emotions into words. Not put words in their mouth, but just help them. And I mean, if you want to confirm or clarify that you're not just putting shit in their mouth or not making assumptions on what they're trying to say, ask them, is this what you mean? Is this what you can mean? Or ask them to clarify. If they're not able to clarify, then you can ask, okay, is this what you mean by what you just said? Because this has happened to me from experience. Like, I don't know. If you are a man, you know me personally, like, regardless of our connection, if we're connected right now, like in this physical 3D dimension, I ain't talking about a past, like I ain't talking about who you used to know. I'm talking about right now, and there ain't that many people, family included. If you know me, you know that the thing that I want for men the most right now is to heal. That's it. Like, so this is where this is coming from. But in order to heal, you have to know what you're healing from. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to acknowledge things that are uncomfortable. You have to flow through it. You have to go through it. You have to cry. You have to be vulnerable. You have to let down the walls. And I know that's scary. I know that's really scary to do all that shit. But in order for us to be better people, in order for us to love ourselves more, to show up for ourselves, and to be better people for the people that we love and for the people that love us, that is something that we all have to go through. Not just black men, all of us. We all have to go through the shadow work. We all have to visit the deep depths of our souls, the hell, the shit that we've been running away from, and the shit that we've been smoking away, drinking away, popping away, sexing away, all that shit. All that scary shit that's down up in you, up in your soul, that's been dragging you all these fucking years. We gotta address it. It's the only way we'll be whole. It's the only way we'll stop looking outside of ourselves for other people to make us whole. That's the only way we can stop looking to other people to save us. Ain't nobody gonna fucking save you. You gotta save your fucking self. And that ain't a bad thing. You gotta save yourself. Stop running. Stop running from who you are. Stop running from your emotions. Stop running from your feelings. They are a part of you, and they're a part of you for a reason. It's okay to be scared. But once you realize you're scared, once you admit to yourself you're scared, then you can do the work. You just open the door to healing by just simply admitting that you are scared. to be vulnerable, to be open, to let people in, to trust people, to cry, to to go back mentally, back when the pain started, back when the trauma started, back when they told you to shut the fuck up and wipe your tears and stop crying. This was a tough one. This took a lot of energy out of me. I want to give y'all a virtual hug. It's me hugging myself, but like hugging y'all too. I want to give y'all a hug because that was a lot. That was a lot for me too. And it's like, I know, like, black men, I empathize and sympathize with y'all. And y'all gotta know, a lot of us black women can understand on a way deeper level than what y'all give us credit for. We can understand a lot of the pain and trauma, because just like a lot of little black boys was told to shut the fuck up, just like a lot of y'all parents and a lot of people, y'all family members did not want y'all to be seen and heard, just like a lot of y'all people dimmed y'all light, that shit happened to a lot of little black girls too. And it's still going on to this day. It happens to a lot of us as well. A lot of us was told to shut the fuck up. A lot of us was told not to have emotions, not to cry. A lot of us was not met with love and nurturing care. But we can no longer use none of that shit as an excuse. Whoo, child. I think I'm gonna go eat me some sweet potatoes. If you made it to this far, I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. So much. Hercules. So, yeah. Thank you for listening. And hit the like button, share button, all that stuff. Bye. Be safe. Love you.